Welcome back, Wowzery. Another video here today. I'm actually going to try to do the USS Texas. I'm gonna do after the refit. No, after the 1927 refit. You'll see here why in a bit when I do this. I went ahead and chose 1925. Didn't want to get too far ahead with this because it was 1914 so design or so, and I didn't want to get too outclassed with the enemy ship. So head on into the design. Now I did choose the 27 because the cage mass I cannot fit two up here because the three back turrets all were behind all three cage masts, and you just can't do it. It was a vertical triple VTE engine. It after 1927 it was converted to all oil. I do like to put it over here in balance. That's more for the smokestacks and stuff, because it did only have one after the conversion or upgrade or reconstruction, whatever you want to call it. It's saying Kearsarge. Don't need that. That was a... Yeah, if I can spell Texas. I did taxes, didn't I? Golly. USS Texas. Some people might actually find that kind of funny, but that's not the ship we're going for. Kearsarge, I think, was the only battleship that I can think of that was not named after a state. There might have been another one, but off the top of my head, I cannot think of any. I do not know what type of shells or powder the U.S. Navy used. I'm just going to go with TNT. The refit did take the torpedo tubes off, and the rangefinder, I don't know. I think a lot of navies probably used more of that one over the stereo. The belt was 12 inches to 6. Deck only 3 to 1.5 from what I found. Now I do use just the normal, what you see if you look it up. I mean, some people like to add everything up of all the decks. I usually just take one number, usually like the main deck, and that's what I use. Did I extend that out? Yeah, I did. Interesting. Right there, little thing appears and disappears. Now it's gone. Now it's there. Oh, weird things pop in and pop out. Wonder what that means. Oh well. Now I am using, I think it was this one. No, that was too big. This one right here, yeah. Put my barbettes in here. That'll give me a place, a kind of a floor mat where I need to place the towers and stuff. I did use this because it is kind of small, but the tripod, it has the biggest tripod right there. It's just lacking that large housing that U.S. battleships had after the refit. Always thought it looked kind of weird. The funnel, it did have one funnel, and I am going to place that right here in there. That gives me more room for the 14-inch guns here. Bang, bang. It looks green. Good to go. Okay, now the secondary tower. if I can find it. It really wasn't that big, but this one to me looked pretty darn good. And there you get kind of it needs a larger little platform up there. But I thought, no, it gives a general idea of the ship, given the limitations of the game. You know, the secondary tower. You know, that's the furthest back you could go, and you can't place all of that back here. And it just, even if you could, it just would look kind of cramped, I guess. The refit did bring it down to 16, so need 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the refit did add 4 3-inch guns. So we'll see if we can add 4 singles right in here. 2, 3, 4. I'm actually... it won't let me move it. I don't really like it right there. I'm going to play around now. The Real Texas had all 4 right there. And of course it was on a platform. I did try one of these, but the problem with those is you can't really fit the 3-inch guns up there. It makes it a little bit more. No, if the which one was, I think this one right here, if that tripod tower had been bigger, I probably would have used that one, but I'll go with that. And here we have our, despite the limitations, our USS Texas. So we'll hop it into battle here and see how it does against 2 Japanese-designed AI battleships. Remember, I'm on YouTube, BitChute. Leave a comment, like, dislike. I try to be fun most days. Long Beach. Only Long Beach I can think of off the top of my head is was the nuclear-powered cruiser in the, was it built in the 50s? First surface nuclear-powered ship. Yeah, there we go. Already hit, already damaged, already have an engine gone. Yeah, I'm up against 16-inch guns. It was a mid-belt penetration too. It looks like they've got a lot of guns over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's it. It looks like a very elongated Nagato with a Yamamoto 2. And it looks like some sort of weird hybrid. Wow, that just... Well, let's see about going down to full here. See if we can get that buff. Texas is already being pounded. Mid-deck penetration, mid-deck penetration. First, I think I did a ridiculously close range. It was a close range. When I first opened that one, when I was doing it, it was 1890s. and I just didn't adjust the range as much. I wasn't thinking. Should have gone a little bit bigger range. Well, they're all coming up short. You could see that was an interesting. Don't know if you guys saw that in a little ripple as the guns fired. I don't know, is that new? Has that always been there? Or am I just not paying attention when the guns fire? Or was I not a new angle? You can kind of see it go off. Ooh, secondary gun destroyed. Should be about time for those main guns to fire again. There, yeah, there it went. Yeah, Texas is getting pounded. I will say, no, I have been on the USS Texas several times. Last time I went, had a tour of the, oh golly, it's probably been 15 years. They did a nice tour of the underneath, behind the scenes. Not really sure. Off limits type tour that you normally would get. Or normally wouldn't get type thing. Yeah, Texas has already taken more pounding than it took in real life. As far as I can remember, only real hits it took were off Normandy on D-Day. I think can't remember what caliber it hit. Like 250 millimeter and 200 on the bridge area. But it was interesting that we actually went up onto the bridge area. That was kind of fascinating being up there, knowing that, you know, 1944 people were up there on that spot on D-Day firing at enemy positions. Yeah, I got one hit. Looks like they also have 8-inch guns. What I should have done was taken the Texas up to 1927 and the Japanese one down to 1920. That might have gotten me a better battle. Unfortunately, when the Navy reconstructed the Texas, they didn't do much with the armor. Of course, it'd be kind of hard. I think those are what, the 8-inch guns. Let's see what those. Yeah, 8-inch. Probably just a pounding away. Let's see what. I don't have damage and stability going on right there. Target fast speed, no, 80%. Man, I lose a lot in that with it going so fast. Was it? They're calling it a battle cruiser over here. Let's see, what am I? 13%, 6.7% hit. Yeah, not too good. Currently, the Texas, I believe, is now closed. And they are thinking about relocating her. Which actually would be... I mean, it's sad for the San Jacinto area. No, it is a big historical area for Texas. Site of Texas independence battle where Sam Houston beat Santa Anna, made him surrender, all that type of stuff. The problem is there's nothing around it. If you go there, everything around it is industrial, no oil and all this other type of stuff, so you don't have any real... But there's no fast food places, no other places to... If you go, you can't really just go next door and find something to eat that's not part of the park. And a lot of times, park food is expensive. So I think they're trying to hope to get somewhere else where there's more around it, where you don't have to go out of your way to go there. Now, sadly, I believe that will hurt the San Jacinto Monument and the historical battleground area, because now you're taking something away from that. But I just don't see a good solution in that area other than getting rid of all the industrial areas, but that ain't happening. No. There we go. Didn't we have that name earlier on another video not long ago? I think somebody mentioned it was a pre-Dreadnought name. Maybe 1900 or so. Something like that. Yeah, 16-inch gun, 8.8. Nice whopping 36 knots there. 17 inches of armor. I'm only slightly outgunned, out-armored, and faster speed. Outclassed in just probably every category. So unless, of course, I get a lucky shot, I don't think I'm winning this battle. Let's see how much damage she takes. I actually do have the USS Texas in the World of Warships game. Early on, before they changed carrier battles, it was slow, but man, I always loved it when there was a carrier and they decided to attack me. I just melted the enemy planes. It was also a very good destroyer. Oh, I had more people get pissed at me when I sank their destroyers in that ship. It was funny. Best was this one guy. He was hiding in smoke, and our carrier player was basically circling around him, keeping him spotted, and whenever he fired off torpedoes, I knew right away, so I was turning right away, and he's like, "No, you must be cheating, because the moment I fire, you're turning," and other people that are watching the battle going, "No, there's planes over you, he can see you." He reported me for aimbotting and cheating and all that type stuff, but yeah, if any devs actually looked at that battle, they would have gone, yeah, no. There was one thing when we took a tour behind Off Limits tour. Apparently there is a part design in the Texas. It kind of goes throughout the ship. Kind of a long tunnel or something. Can't quite remember what it was. It was called. And the British, when they came on board and saw that, kind of laughed because it was like, it kind of, what's the point of the watertight doors and all that if you're going to have this long open thing throughout the ship that can just bypass it all. But yeah, I'm going back where you normally don't see. That was fun. Personally, I think it's time to kind of do like the, what is it, Mikasa in Japan. Just surround it by concrete and try to open everything up underneath. Have it complete still. Don't level off. And have it where they rebuild everything in there, and just you can tour the entire ship. That would be kind of fun. Well, about what I expected, being outgunned, outclassed, and everything in this battle. Yeah, there is a Texas. Close as I could get it. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun, and I'll see you next video.